Title: Time Changes All Things. In a kingdom where pride and privilege were the order of the day, there lived a young and haughty prince named Edward. He was known for his lavish parties, extravagant lifestyle, and his utter disregard for the struggles of the less fortunate. The people in the kingdom began to resent their arrogant prince. One fateful evening, a wise old beggar woman named Amelia approached the grand palace during one of Edward's ostentatious banquets. She had heard of the prince's haughtiness and wanted to teach him a lesson in humility. As the beggar woman stood at the palace gates, she shouted, "I bring a message for Prince Edward, a lesson he must learn. Please, let him hear my words." Edward, intrigued by the commotion, ordered the guards to bring the beggar woman before him. Amelia, with a determined look in her eyes, spoke. "Prince Edward, you live in luxury, caring little for the struggles of your people. You must marry a beggar, someone who understands the hardships that many in your kingdom face." The prince, initially taken aback, burst into laughter, thinking it was a jest. "Marry a beggar? I would never." Amelia continued, "If you do not take this lesson to heart and marry a beggar, a curse shall befall your kingdom, and your wealth will vanish until you can appreciate the value of humility and compassion." Edward scoffed at the beggar's words, believing them to be mere superstition, and ordered her to be removed from the palace. Yet, as the days passed, a series of strange occurrences began. Crops failed, the kingdom's wealth dwindled, and the once loyal subjects grew increasingly discontent. Desperate to reverse the kingdom's fortunes, Edward finally decided to take Amelia's advice seriously. He set out in search of a beggar who would be his bride, hoping it would break the curse. He wandered the streets, seeking someone who was not just a beggar in appearance, but a beggar at heart, filled with kindness and humility. He eventually found a poor but kind-hearted woman named Isabella, who shared her meager food with a hungry child. She agreed to marry the prince, and they wed in a simple ceremony. The kingdom watched with bated breath as Edward married the beggar, hoping for the curse to lift. As the prince and his new bride embraced, a remarkable transformation occurred. The curse lifted and the kingdom began to prosper once more. Edward and Isabella ruled the kingdom with compassion, working to alleviate the suffering of the less fortunate. The once haughty prince learned the value of humility and, with his beggar bride at his side, ushered in an era of prosperity, fairness, and contentment for the kingdom.
Like, share, subscribe.